Hey everyone, it's Mark from the Done Right Ranch. I'm just sitting here at home alone. I got my dog Diesel. He's outside right now, but we're sitting here home alone practicing this distancing thing and hoping that it gets done pretty soon. I don't know how much longer we all can go like this. And, I've been lucky so far because I do work out of my house. But I know there's a lot of people not so lucky, and I really feel bad for you. A lot of us have worked really hard to get where we've got, and the stupid disease could take it all away, and that's just not fair. So anyway, let's get to the intro here, and then we'll come back and we'll chat a little bit about what's going to happen, or more like what's not going to happen, mainly because of the virus. So let's get to the intro, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I kind of like that intro, except for at the very end where the pictures come in and out. I don't really like that part so much. So I got to figure out something different to do there. I need to learn some more effects and stuff with the program. But anyway, I guess the first thing I want to do here, Diesel's in with me here now. He's laying down here. But the first thing I wanted to get to is I did a video. It's been a couple weeks. I'm not real sure how long. Could have been a few weeks ago. But I was looking for a bass drum for my Thomas set, and I'd searched all over. I'd checked eBay. I originally bought the drum set from Guitar Center, so I went up there, and they have a pretty big used market. But apparently maybe they're not all linked. I'm not really sure, but they didn't have one. They didn't have one used. They say I've checked eBay. Site called Let Go, talked to different people. I went up to a couple different music stores here in town that sell Tama drums, hoping that maybe they had one they just never sold, because the drum set was discontinued a few years back, or I don't know exactly how long ago, but I've had it for 10 years or more, so sometime between then and now it's been discontinued. So I made a video, and I put in the description that I would remove the video as soon as I found a drum if somebody put me on one, because the bulk of the video, I did have a hot dog roller. Maybe I'll get a little footage of that for this video. Okay, I wanted to cut in here real quick and show you this piece here. It's from Snap-on. Now, I've been buying Snap-on tools for probably close to 40 years. Since the early 80s, so pretty darn close to 40 years. And, I know there's a lot of opinions out there about Snap-on, but, I don't get into anything negative on my channel. It's just a waste of time. For me, I've bought a lot from Snap-on over the years, and they've done a lot of good things for me over the years also. Ooh, didn't notice, got a little wound right there. So, they gave this to me. They've given me a lot of things over the years. I've got a 21-speed bicycle downstairs that I've looked at it, and, Snap-on doesn't make it, and I don't know what brand it is, but I've looked at bikes that are comparable, and they're $1,000 for this bike. So I have no idea what this costs, but like I said, they gave it to me, and I think it's awesome. So anyway, it looks like a toolbox. But you lift the lid here, and you can see it's a hot dog roller. You pull the front down here. It's even got a bun warmer on it. So I just think it's cool. I've used it quite a few times now to make lunch and stuff. I'll probably put this in my trailer and take it when I travel. But I just wanted to show you this because I had it on that video. Right down here's my bass drum that I'm waiting on the hoop for, and then I got to change the heads on it too to match my other one, which I'll get all new for both, so get as close to sounding the same as possible. But yeah, I wanted to show you this because I think it's pretty cool, and I like it. So anyway, that's my hot dog roller. And then the rest of it was me searching for this bass drum, and if anybody could point me to one. And by God, the internet is a powerful thing. Within a couple hours, Brew City Rider, he's a guy that I follow. He's a Harley motor vlogger. He does some reviews on knives and things like that. And he does some bike maintenance, but the dude has got one hell of a beard. Boy, I wish I could grow a beard like that. If I could, I'd certainly have one. So, but anyway, it was only a couple hours, maybe 3. I don't even, that he put a comment in the section with a link to Guitar Center of all places, where I'd already been and checked, except it was a Guitar Center in Ohio, which he lives in Wisconsin. So, I'm not super good with the internet. Apparently, he knows how to search a little better than me. But within a couple hours, I had a drum set located. I bought it, had it shipped to me. It actually came pretty quick. I had it in a few days. So I really wanted to thank Brew City Rider for pointing that to me. And, take a minute and go check out his channel. Like I said, he's got a couple different Harleys, and he goes to like the museum and the Harley. I mean, he's right near Milwaukee, so really great place if you're a Harley enthusiast. So, but anyway, check out his channel. I think you'll like it. And like I said, check out the dude's beard, man. It's awesome. So I got the bass drum, and I actually got these 3 drums here on top. It was a 4-piece set. So I didn't really need those drums, but honestly, if it was a 10-piece set, I'd have still bought it to get that bass drum. So, and I'll find a purpose for those somewhere. But when they shipped it, they bubble wrapped the bass drum around the end, and it was in a big box. They shipped every drum separately, and then all the hardware was in another package. And apparently the box got tipped and hit on the end, and I got a couple pictures right here. I'll show you those. But the hoop, which is the wooden ring around the end that holds the drum head on, and then the clamps that, go on that hoop, but that hoop got broken. So I've been looking for the hoop, and I mean, every music store sells them. I deal with Sweetwater a lot, but everyone sells it, but I couldn't find one that was exactly like mine with the right color. And then on the inside and on the edges, it's just birch wood. It doesn't have any paint. And the only ones I could find were either all wooden or they were all black. It didn't have that. So I checked with Sweetwater, which I actually got a hold of Guitar Center because, it came from them, and I was sure they had insurance on it or whatever, but it's been a couple weeks. They haven't contacted me back. So I've kind of given up on them, which is kind of sad because, like I said, I bought 2 drum sets from them, plus, a lot of other things. And, Sweetwater's pretty awesome. And I guess they're going to be my go-to music store now, which I bought a lot from them too. So got a hold of Sweetwater and got it ordered through Tama. They still will make the hoops for it. The only problem is I'm not going to see it until August. So, that's the way it goes. I'm just happy to be able to get the right one and get this second bass drum on my set. So again, Brew City Rider, thanks, man. I really appreciate the link. It's awesome because I didn't really think I was going to find one. I'm supposed to actually be at an event right now, and it got canceled because of the coronavirus. And it's something I've been working on, and I actually was filming it at 4 locations to put this video out to you. And I've got 2 of them done, and the last 2 were supposed to happen, this week and into next week. But it got canceled, so I didn't go. And I was going to tell you what it all is, and some of you may figure it out, I don't know. But I think I'm still going to keep it a secret because I kind of want it to be a surprise. But unfortunately, it's probably going to be next year before I get this video out. Now, I've got one of them already edited and on my YouTube channel as a private setting. And then I've got one more that I've filmed. I just haven't put it into a video yet. And then there was another place that I was going to do it. And then there was a weekend event where I was going to film the whole weekend. And then put together, I don't know how long that one was going to take to put it on film. But I try to not go past 20 minutes, although I've broken that rule a few times. And I'd really like to be less than that, but it just seems hard. So unfortunately, that's going to be next year. So the teaser thing, if some of you remember, I've been saying I got this event coming up, and so that's been canceled. And I guess I still want to keep it a secret until then. A couple other things I was doing. I was going to go to Blessing of the Bikes in Baldwin, Michigan, and that was in May. And that's been canceled already, so I'm not going to that. And then another event that I wanted to go to, and not really with my motorcycle, but was the Detroit Auto Show. And, Detroit's having a lot of virus trouble. They're one of the, big spots in the country right now. So I really doubt that the auto show is going to happen. Now, normally it happened in February, but they moved it to June, which didn't have anything to do with the virus. They actually did that last year. When I checked on it to see what the date was, for whatever reason, I don't know why, and it didn't say why they weren't having it in February and they were having it in June. Maybe it's just as simple as the weather's better in June. I don't really know. But I haven't heard if that's been canceled yet, but I can't imagine with the trouble that Detroit's having that it will go on in June, because there's people that come from all over the world there. I mean, it's a huge auto show. So, and they got a lot of neat things there and stuff. But so we're not going to that. I'm curious about Sturgis. I haven't made any reservations, which normally I make them way early, like when I do bike week, I generally make the reservation when I get home for the next year. And I haven't done that yet either, just because, I want to see us getting back to normal before I start doing all this for this other thing that got canceled that I'm supposed to be at right now. I had motels lined up in 2 different states, and you got to go through and cancel, and you feel really bad because you know that you're part of a zillion people calling them and canceling, and it's just really sad that everybody's going through this pain right now. So, if you're feeling it, man, I feel for you. I hope you get through this. I hope you've got a support, that you got family or friends or whatever, that if things do get ugly for you, that you can get some help. So, but anyway, it's 60 degrees out today. It's not super terrible. I would have liked to went for a bike ride, except I've been sick for a couple days, and not coronavirus sick. I've, other things, those of you out there that are almost 60, you know what I'm talking about. You have things come up just because you're old and worn out, I guess. But I have a lot of trouble sleeping, and the last couple days I haven't slept very good. And when I don't sleep, it affects other things, my digestion and things like that. So I've been dealing with that. Last night I slept pretty good. So today I'm trying to catch up everything, that I haven't been doing and stuff, laundry and, cleaning the house, all that fun stuff. So I don't really know what's going to happen. Now I am going to get out and do some vlogging and some riding and maybe show you a little bit of Michigan and stuff. But for now, I guess I can't say that I have any events planned, because I just don't know, and I want to wait here and just make sure before I start making all these plans and getting things ready that it actually is going to happen. So let me see if I can get Diesel in here, and I'll show you his cone. Hey, Diesel, come here. So, yeah, I got a piece. I called Harley today. When I trailered my bike down to Daytona, there's a chrome piece on the back fender, and I've got air ride on my bike, and something had kind of moved underneath. I think it might have been a tackle box, a fishing tackle box, moved a little bit, and it got under my fender. And then from the few days of traveling, the air leaked out and it sat down on it. And at the bottom of my fender, there's a chrome piece that goes around it, and that got broke. And I actually forgot about it for a bit until today. And I called the Harley dealer hoping that you could at least order parts, but no, they're closed up. So I have to wait and get that, once they open back up. But, I think it's supposed to be decent this weekend too. So maybe I'll get out this weekend. One of the things I'm doing right now, I've got my controller. Well, I don't think you can see this. But I got my controller here for my drone. I'm charging it up. I have 3 drones. I've never really flown any of them other than in the house. But I'm getting the batteries all charged up for them because it's getting warmer now and I want to get out. And, you know, I kind of get the concept of flying it. Although I have to say I have to think about it. I'd like to get to the point where I can just make the movements and not really think about it. You know, just know that I need to go to the left and move it and that kind of thing. And I haven't done any filming with it yet. And, you know, there is such a good thing as good footage and bad footage. So I want to learn how to do that a little bit better. Now, I bought these like in November last year, and, you know, I'm a real sissy about the cold, and I just didn't want to stand outside in the cold and learn how to fly them. So going to do that here. Hopefully this weekend I'll get a little bit of air time and start to figure some stuff out so I can start adding drone footage to my videos, because I know when I watch, especially any of you, if you watch $1 Million Bogan, he's a guy from Australia that does a bunch of crazy stuff on Harleys and trips and that, but he gets a lot of drone footage, and man, some of it is just spectacular, you know, the cliffs and along the ocean. And so he's another guy, if you haven't ever watched him, I'd recommend watching him, because like I said, he does some crazy stuff. He takes Harleys where, you know, even maybe a 4-wheel drive truck shouldn't go sometimes. So, but he's a really interesting channel. Like I say, he's from Australia. So I want to start adding the drone footage to mine. Oh, look at that. Here's Diesel. How you doing, buddy? What do you think of his cone? Pretty sporting looking, huh? But I say he's got these allergies, and he digs at them, scratches them until he, you know, digs his flesh open, and then he bleeds a little bit. So as soon as I notice him starting to do that, then I get the cone on it to stop him from doing it, and then I try to itch it for him quite a bit during the day, you know, so I mean, it sucks to have a scratch or have an itch and not be able to scratch it. So, you know, I help him with that, but he's got claws, so when he scratches himself, he does a little bit of damage. But Diesel's a really good boy. You know, he takes everything in stride. He's always happy, you know, so I think it bothers me more than it bothers him, especially with his eye. I think that bugs me a lot more than it bugs him. He never messes with it or fusses with it. So, yeah, but yeah, he's a good boy. Hopefully his cone will be off pretty soon, because it's kind of a pain in the butt, really. So, you know, I don't know what else I got going on right now. This lockdown thing has been crazy up until, I think, the last 2 days. Yesterday it might have been in the 50s, and today it's like 61 or something. But before that, you know, we've been in the 40s, and it's been raining a lot, you know, typical springtime here in Michigan. And so it hasn't really been great weather to go outside or do anything. So, but like I say, it's starting to warm up now. I think we actually have a halfway decent forecast for the next week or so. I mean, it's not like in the 70s or 80s or anything, but I think there's a couple days in the 60s and a couple in the high 50s. So I hope to get out there and start doing a little vlogging and ride around, get some scenery, that kind of thing. So other than that, I just really wanted to touch base. I know I haven't been putting out much video lately, but I guess I don't like to just shoot a video for the sake of shooting a video like this one is. You know, I like to go to an event or, you know, do something that's a little more interesting than me just sitting here gabbing. So anyway, so I apologize for the boring ass video I'm putting out right now, but you know, I'm working on trying to figure out some things here. And I say it seems like everything I want to do is getting canceled, and everywhere I go, they're closed. And so it's just making it, you know, difficult to come up with some good content. You know, now that it's getting warmer, I can at least go outside and, you know, film. You know, there's certain things, like I say, I want to get some drone footage, and, you know, I want to ride around and, you know, do some moto vlogging and stuff. So I guess until then, I got a video here and here, and then another one here and here of some of my bike stuff, a little bit of my trip to Gatlinburg, and That's all I can do for right now, I guess. So I hope everybody's well. I hope you're whooping this. I hope you're not infected, and I hope you recover from this. So I guess until next time, we'll see you. Don't forget to please like and share and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. And I really, really appreciate it. It really helps the channel. So good luck to y'all and stay healthy. See ya.